What is up, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new review today. I'm talking Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 1. We're finally back. I'm bringing back some TV reviews, and I'm so excited to talk about this. This episode had some good action, some good tension, but it had some things I thought it could have done better, but that's why we're reviewing it here. I'm here to react, review, and talk to you guys. I just finished the episode. I didn't watch the preview for next week. I'm going to try and stay away from those this time, but I'm a big Walking Dead comic book fan. The last season, if you haven't been following me that long, I wasn't the biggest fan of that season. I thought it was fine. It had some really good episodes, but I felt like that season, the big setup season to the all-out war, this season should be that a culmination and some great. And I think The Walking Dead is doing some interesting things in this episode. One, I want to start off with the big thing. And first, we get Amish Rick, old-ass Rick, and it's a little weird to see that. The fact that we're fast forwarding time, and this episode did a lot of that kind of timeline kind of difference. It showed the past, it would go to the future, and blah 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 blah, and go to the present. And it was very different to see that, and I kind of appreciated it, and I kind of didn't. The reason I kind of didn't like it, sometimes the episode felt a little bit jumbled with how they do it, but I did actually appreciate the fast forwarding to seeing Amish Rick. For the one reason saying that is, it's cool. It's kind of like what some shows do, where they kind of like give the tension, where they give hope, showing if this truly isn't like a dream image. I don't think it is. I think they're actually fast forwarding stuff, but it actually gives us hope that, like, yes, Rick will live past this. Yes, Michonne will live past this, and yeah, it gets rid of some of the tension. But the thing I like about that is that it kind of gives you hope, because last season was so dark that it's kind of bringing that hopeful feeling that the comic book had, even without the dark memories. But going from there, we obviously see that Carl's alive, we see that Judith, his baby, is alive, so we have 4 characters right there that we know for sure will be surviving all-out war. It's very intriguing to have that prospect there, and I'm curious to see where The Walking Dead takes that, if this will only be in the first episode or later on, because when they showed that scene in the trailer, I was expecting for this season that would be like the ending for the season. Then we would go into the next mid-season premiere, and it would kind of go from there. But it's very intriguing to see that they already did that, and I'm happy to see that that's what they did. And I'm curious to see where they can go with there. But going on from there, I was kind of mixed with the whole jumble. I think it kind of made the episode a little bit jumbled mess right there. But I did like the fast forward thing. I thought that was really unique for The Walking Dead to implicate into this episode. But going on from here, we got to talk about, was this episode all we wanted? Because this is the 100th Walking Dead episode. It's insane to think they've already made 100 episodes, but we're here at the 100 episodes. And did this episode was the best? No, it wasn't the best episode. It wasn't even close to it. Some of the action scenes, they weren't that good. They were just making some loud noise. And sorry, I don't have total love for that. I think it could have been a bit better on that prospect, because, you know, I get it. Like, I read the comics. It's exactly what they did, but, like, it was so much build-up to pretty much nothing. Like, if you really think about it, it was really nothing. Like, they built up, they're destroying the sanctuary. Gabriel got left behind, which, God, I hate Gregory. I can't stand Gregory. Like, I literally cannot stand Gregory for what he's doing. But, you know, like, whatever. The Walking Dead has its purpose. Gabriel's a fantastic character. I love seeing where he's come from. Same with Michonne. Like, as I saw Michonne in this episode, for the few scenes she was in, you know, you look back at when we first met her in Season 3, and you just look at her as this grumpy bitch, and now she's this awesome character that you love and support, and I'm really happy to see where they're taking her character. But going back, you know, we're talking about, like, it was just a loud noise, and yes, the sanctuary looks like to being destroyed. Thank God. I love seeing that. Negan is actually scared. You see that. And then he kind of does, "You got your shitting pants on?" to Gabriel. And yeah, you know, he kind of has one of Rick's men there. But let's be honest. Like, Negan was scared. Rick was this close to killing this motherfucker. And they were all scared. They didn't know what to think, you know? And it was really cool to see how hopeful this episode was, with the speeches from Ezekiel, which Ezekiel was phenomenal. Ezekiel is always fantastic in every scene I've seen him in, and he was fantastic. But the monologue by Rick in here, I mean, Andrew Lincoln does such a phenomenal job with the character of Rick. I absolutely cannot express that enough. You know what? I really like this episode. It was a little jumbled at times. I felt like it could have been a little bit faster paced and gotten to where we were. I liked seeing the setup to their plan and how they've already set up and know what they're doing. I think that's awesome. I think Rick's little pass off with Maggie saying like, hey, after this, I'll be following you. That's awesome. You know, Rick's kind of like this army general for their group, and Maggie is solidifying herself as the core king, queen, whatever you want to say, of this kingdom. And Ezekiel is kind of the same way. He's another king coming in to help with this other. It's just all fantastic. I like how none of the Hilltop people left, because in the comics some of them leave and Rick understands, but you know, I like how they didn't, because if you really think about it, no one is really following Gregory. Like, what's Gregory gonna do? He's gonna go to the Hilltop and be like, get out of here, get out of here. Those people can literally go walk right over to Alexandria or the kingdom and get some new houses, food inside. Like, it was so stupid. Like, Gregory is just one of the worst characters on here. I know that's how they write them. I don't blame the actor, but it's just stupid. But overall, they had some pretty cool zombies in here too. I want to talk about the one that was kind of tied to the electrical wire, and then Rick stabs the dude and cuts the wire off and lets him eat him. That was cool. I like seeing Carol back in here. Carol back with the dynamic of the group. Morgan's become this super badass. I'm glad we're getting the Morgan that we wanted to ever since we saw him from season 1. I'm happy we're getting Morgan back into this. Tara was great as well. You know, we didn't get a lot of Rosita either. They're all just sitting back at the camp. But really, overall, really good episode. They're really taking the charge to Negan. I'm curious to see where they go with next episode, you know? Is Negan going to fire back pretty strong, or is he isn't? Who knows what Walking Dead is going to do this season. I just hope, and this is where we're going to talk about my hopefuls, I hope they can keep, you know, they built up. They pretty much have built up. This episode was more of a build-up episode. Don't just keep building up. Do some action, but also have some story. Do what Game of Thrones does perfectly, where these setup episodes, which the last Game of Thrones season was a majority of setup, but they did it so well that I was actually still intrigued. And you know, like I said, this Walking Dead episode, I was still intrigued with what they were doing. Maybe the jumbled mess of kind of timelines was a little mixed for me. Maybe that's why I wasn't super into it. But like I said, it's a pretty good episode. Pretty good start off to the season 8. I'm curious to see where they go. I'm hoping they can really bring me back into The Walking Dead, because this used to be my favorite show, and just the last few seasons kind of disappointed me. But, you know, like, I'm really excited to see what this season goes. It's a good start-off episode, but I want to hear what you guys think. Did you guys think this episode was too boring? Did you think it was fun? Did you like it? I want to hear it down below in the comments. Plus, I want you guys, other than that, if you guys enjoy this, I want you guys to tell me, do you guys want more live streams? Do you want me to live stream this so I can answer you guys' questions after? Or do you guys want me to upload this? Tell me what you guys think down below as well. I can't wait to hear all your comments. And if you're new, of course, guys, you gotta make sure to like and subscribe. I love Walking Dead. Depending on how these videos do, I might be doing them every week, weekly, who knows. But guys, let's hope this Walking Dead season is the best yet. I think it has the potential to be, especially after this episode. Some boring moments in there. We got Amish Rick. We got Negan with his poop pants on, bringing it to Gabriel. And some really cool zombie action. And some flashbacks. Who knows where we're going with there. But really excited. I can't wait to see what they do. And let me just say this. Judith is a fucking cutie. Is a little older girl. But as always, guys, stay classy and have a great rest of your day.